impulsive, and quen tossing.
Let's get started.
The consumption of poultry containing food poisoning organisms such as salmonella, but the danger to health can be dramatically reduced.
What about other organisms in the animal kingdom? Well, some animals are ectothermic.
Welcome to Lesson 5 for Grade 10 and 11 Mathematics.
Methodologies and approaches in order to produce relevant and suitable results.
We never thought that this would actually happen in our country, especially for the youth. Everyone wants to play soccer now because of the obsolete.
International University of Management, a Namibian university dedicated to its people's future, a hub of abundant opportunities.
We are IUM for life. We are IUM.
Good evening and welcome to this evening's edition of Today on One. I am Martha Hamtenya. In the news headlines, Sievendelaan residents use lotion containers to relieve themselves. SWAPO launches former Plan Combatants Association. Film festivals attract large number of aspiring creatives. Southern Bay's commercial farm looks to open agriculture college. And Roundup Business on One, Comments Corner, Sports and the Weather. First up, some residents of Sievendelaan in Ochomise informal settlement have resorted to using lotion containers when nature calls because there are not enough public toilets, while some of them are locked by some members of the public.
Community Voices proudly brought to you by Namdeb Diamond Corporation. Good today, better tomorrow.
When it's empty, we are using this container to put in our expensive things and close it. Then you close it nice. You throw it away there.
Residents of Sievendelaan in Ochomise informal settlement bemoan the conditions under which they live, as they still lack basic services that are a necessity. Some residents added that when they have an urge to use the toilet at night, they resort to using empty lotion containers to relieve themselves, as public toilets are far, which takes about 5 minutes to work.
For the toilet side, people used to close public toilets and we are suffering for using the toilets. That's why we are throwing our things in the corridor, because where we can put those things. And it's dangerous for the kids, also for us, it's dangerous for us also. But where will we put the things? What I have the most problem in my life, from this location, especially this corridor. Because I'm staying next to the corridor, I'm having kids, and it's very shaniko shibonga. Evening, I help myself. Sometimes if I reach the toilet, they used to close the toilet, but it's still the public toilets, but they are closing the toilets. And if you come to look for a kid, they are complaining and they say we don't clean the toilets, but where we are getting water to clean the toilet from, because we are also having a problem for the water. And I use my things, anything which I get, plastic things and those kind of things, just to release myself. Lotion things and that canteen, even that yogurt, it's very good for us, because we can't afford any basket because we don't have any money. We don't have toilets. We have, but it's for other people. We hear it's for public, but if you come there, it's not public. It's for the owners. They are having a keys. The water we get from, we used to ask people around. Sometimes they refuse to give us water, and we have to steal from the toilets.
Another resident who has lived in the settlement for over 5 years stated that using a lotion container to relieve herself is the only option, because she worries about getting infected, as the public toilets are dirty and it is also unsafe and risky to walk to the toilets in the evening.
I'm almost staying 6 years in Sievendelaan with a toilet problem. Even the public toilets have been closed, and it's not safe for us to work along in midnight to the toilet. We are even using plastic bags for toilet, throw it in the corridors, because we are afraid to go to the toilet. I'm a woman, I'm a lady. I don't have anyone to assist me to the toilet. I'm also using butter baskets for toilet. I'm using lotion basket for toilet. So we just need help in this location, because it's unprotected. There are even churches around. We have even kids. So we are even afraid to go with the kids in midnight to toilet. So we just need help for toilets in our church, or maybe here nearby public toilet. Even the toilets are dirty. Even there is running water always in the toilets. Even City of Windhoek, if we complain, they didn't do anything. If we ask plastic bags to clean up the corridor, even they don't want to give us. So we have a big problem with them. We used to throw our dirty things in the corridor, but it's unhealthy for us and for our children. And also, for us ladies, the toilets are dirty inside. If we are sitting on the pots, we have always having infections. But while the toilets are even not clean, they are closed. So, by my side, I won't use that toilet again, because I was even having an infection already.
Today on One spoke to the Corporate Communications Officer at the City of Windhoek, Lydia Amtenya, on this matter. She said that the municipality is aware of the situation faced by inhabitants living in the informal settlements, but urged them to look after the facilities provided to them.
Vandalism is very real in our community, and we have taken note of that with great concern. Concern being that the city council always has to provide money to repair the infrastructure that has been put there for our community members to use. This infrastructure is vandalized. Now, you see a person disconnecting a pipe that is supplying water to the toilet so that they don't have to pay or to use their cards when they are buying water. They find it easier to disconnect the pipe that is taking water to the toilets. Now we created two problems. One, you have a toilet that is no longer going to flush because the water supply has been disconnected to the toilet. Secondly, the person is now taking free water because this is now free water they are taking that is supposed to supply the toilet. They are using that water instead of going to the tap and use their cards to draw water, which is not acceptable. It's not acceptable because instead of council finding or funding other alternative needs or infrastructure that need to be funded or to be developed, we continuously fund the same money or put the same money at the same problem continuously. The cleanliness of the toilets, just like at home for those that have toilets at their houses. Unfortunately, municipality provided that services to you. To make sure that the toilet is clean and it can be used whatever time you would like to use it, you have to take responsibility and clean it. Because if everybody that reside in Windhoek start asking the municipality to come clean their toilets, will that be sustainable? No. So unfortunately, we can't come and clean the toilets. The responsibility is to provide the facilities and to make sure that that provision of water and sanitation is provided to the community.
Amtenya also expressed gratitude to those who safely guard these facilities, even though they are shared, and added that taking ownership of the infrastructure helps save the limited resources.
Community Voices proudly brought to you by Namdeb Diamond Corporation. Good today, better tomorrow.
Choose boldness and celebrate the skin you're in with Nivea Rich Nourishing. Our triple layered care of deep moisture serum, natural almond oil, and vitamin E enriches your skin for 48 hours. It's time to show off your best skin. Choose to wear your skin with pride with Nivea Rich Nourishing.
Do you have a license for this thing?
It's the OK Cross Country Birthday Trolley Dash, and you can stand a chance to win a trolley load full of groceries and also save on Knorr Instant Soup 84 for just $16.99, Nescafe Gold Instant Coffee for only $109.99, and Handy Andy for a low $26.99. Only at OK, owners you can count on.
Get amazing savings on summer must-haves. Graphic tees, just $69.99. Fresh, fun. Women's dresses, only $89.99. Breezy, fabulous. Life's better with Pep.
This Heroes Day, road safety starts with me. I honor our heroes by checking my tires. Do the right thing and save lives.
This message was brought to you by the National Road Safety Council.
The SWAPO party launched the former Plan Combatants Association this morning after being approved by the ruling party's Central Committee at its recent meeting this month. The association, which seeks to promote the welfare of all former liberation fighters and their families, also aims to mobilize a large campaign power based to support SWAPO ahead of the 2024 presidential elections.
Following extensive consultations with the former People's Liberation Army of Namibia combatants who took part in the liberation struggle, Charles Mubita, the association's Secretary for Information and Mobilization, emphasized that the SWAPO leadership felt obligated to ensure the party maintained all its historical strongholds. Mubita also added that the party has discovered that many of its members who identify as being a part of SWAPO are actually not genuine members and merely utilize the party as a means of getting into power and founding their own political organizations.
We feel it is our obligation to ensure that the party retains all the strongholds. And as trained cadres, we cannot sit idle. We cannot sit idle and see some 11:45 politicians taking over seats from the SWAPO party. That will not allow. It's democracy, yes, but I think you need some oil in the engine. Add some oil, and we are that oil. Yes, in the last 32 years, the party has enjoyed the support of many Namibians, but we've also realized that there are those within our midst who are 99.9% not SWAPO members. They get elevated to certain positions, and when they do not get what they want, then they form their own parties. We understand the politics of this country much better. So as former Plan combatants, we understand what it took to bring independence to this country. And we know what it must take to protect, defend that independence. And we believe from this moment on, leading to the elections 2024, is the right time to do so.
The association also launched its constitution, which was developed at the Constituent Conference earlier this month in Ongwediva. Mubita urged all former Plan combatants to sign up with the association, although he noted that they would need to fulfill a number of requirements before being admitted.
Under this constitution, all former Plan combatants are welcome to join the former Plan Combatants Association. The only criteria that is there is one should have completed, not halfway, completed military training, or after having completed military training, was deployed to combat zones. Those are one of the critical areas. The third area is one has to be a full member of the SWAPO party in good standing. Those are the main three criteria.
In an effort to bring together all party members who served under PLAN, the association has scheduled a reunion for all PLAN combatants, which will take place in Ongwediva from the 22nd to the 25th of September this year.
Great combo deal from Choppies! Choppies, great value for your money.
There are data deals. And then there are Telecom Namibia data deals. And if you want the biggest data deal of all, you gotta get 31-day Jiva, which comes with a massive 50 gigs of data. Is it even possible to use 50 gigs of data in a month? You tell us. You also get 1,000 voice minutes and 400 SMSs. To get your hands on 31-day Jiva, dial star 130 star 780 hash and enjoy a month of mega data. Whoa, that's a lot of data, minutes and SMS. How much is that? Must be expensive. No, it's only 185 Namibian dollars excluding that. T's and C's apply.
Telecom Namibia.
Sharing your world.
There are different types of decisions, such as rational, habitual, impulsive, and coin tossing.
Let's get started.
The consumption of poultry containing food poisoning organisms, such as salmonella, but the danger to health can be dramatically reduced.
What about other organisms in the animal kingdom? Well, some animals are ectothermic.
Welcome to Lesson 5 for Grade 10 and 11 Mathematics.
Methodologies and approaches in order to produce relevant and suitable results.
Do you have a license for this thing?
It's the OK Cross Country Birthday Trolley Dash, and you can stand a chance to win a trolley load full of groceries and also save on Twizzler soft drinks for only $10.99, Parmesan cheddar or Gouda at only $99.99, and Pacomo fed cooked flour, maize meal and nice rice for just $209.99 per combo. Only at OK, owners you can count on.
Prevent cramps with Fabifarm's new MVA Cramp Stop. Developed to bring fast and effective relief from cramps in athletes, active people and senior citizens. Manufactured in Namibia, Fabifarm's MVA Cramp Stop contains a carefully selected blend of vitamins and essential minerals to prevent cramps with a full month supply of capsules. It's Fabifarm's new MVA Cramp Stop, your number one choice in cramp prevention. Now available at all leading pharmacies countrywide.
A large number of aspiring creatives stand up on the 3-day Kino Namibia Film Festival hosted by the Namibia Film Commission after a 2-year break brought on by COVID-19 pandemic. The festival commenced on Saturday and concluded on Monday.
Kino Namibia is a youth film hub project under the Namibian Film Commission, which provides the platform for upcoming filmmakers to share story ideas, network, transfer skills and create content over 48 hours. The participants were aspiring creators in different departments of production, such as scriptwriters, directors, producers, poets and makeup artists, amongst others. Namibia Film Commission Senior Media Officer Nicola Muranda said that they had a large number of participants this year. Muranda stated that due to this year's turn up, they are willing to take it to the next level and give opportunities for creators to produce their own content in the coming years.
Because it's a festival aimed at upcoming filmmakers, we are not very strict on the quality that we expect to come out of 48 hours of producing a film, because it's sort of, to say, unrealistic, but because it is a teaching ground, a skills transfer, we do not expect a very high quality of film, as long as it is a film that can still be watched in terms of picture quality, sound, and editing, because that's the main areas we are looking at. And now, since we have started having a themed festival, we want these themes to strongly come out of the stories. As the Namibia Film Commission, we always push for authentically Namibian stories that are told by ourselves and not necessarily told for us. So platforms like this allow from the onset, from somebody that is entering the industry, to have this confidence to be able to tell their own story and to do it the right way. As I mentioned, this is just the beginning, which then it's taken further.
The festival was firstly held in Namibia for the first time in 2017. The main aim is to bring together talents and creatives, as well as media practitioners, film producers, and those with an interest in the filming industry, to form groups and produce short local stories within 48 hours. The project manager, Andreas Eliphas of Kino Namibia, said this year's theme is based on the 17 Sustainable Development Goals.
The festival will be about 7 Sustainable Development Goals, where the filmmakers get to select which film they want to create or tell a story about within the 7 SDG goals that we went with. And but the people can go away with, for today, the participants now, are their own product. Usually in the filming industry, we have a challenge where someone has an idea to create a film, but they don't have the necessary people to work with. So this platform provides that for the participants. And this is a youth-led initiative, and it's a platform for youth to come together, network, exchange skills, and just vibe together in terms of creating films together. And usually your film can go all the way to international film festivals. So use this as a platform to take your film outside the country and promote yourself. And at the end of the day, we also just want to promote filming in Namibia. Namibia has a lot of stories to tell, and it's time that the world gets to see our stories.
Participants who took part in the film industry shared their experience with Today on One.
In Namibia, it was very stressful because I had limited resources, I had limited crew members, limited actors, and at a point I only had a great friend of mine, Oyu Slow, helping me out with most of the stuff, directing while he never directed. He was directing while he never directed, and he was even making my music for the movie. And I also had to tackle other stuff also. I edited the movie while I never had any experience editing. And I had to direct while acting. And yeah, so it was a bit hectic, but at the end of the day, it was all worth it. It was all worth it. My story's out there, it's being told. People is getting the message, so that is what I'm proud of.
Has millions of flip-flops at unbeatable prices. Kids, still only $19.99. Adults, just $26.99. Don't miss SA's biggest flip-flop deal. Life's better with Pep.
Great combo deal from Choppies. Choppies, great value for your money.
This Heroes Day road safety starts with me. I honor our heroes by walking safely, do the right thing, and save lives.
This message was brought to you by the National Road Safety Council.
Choose boldness and celebrate the skin you're in with Nivea Rich Nourishing. Our triple layered care of deep moisture serum, natural almond oil, and vitamin E enriches your skin for 48 hours. It's time to show off your best skin. Choose to wear your skin with pride with Nivea Rich Nourishing.
A commercial farm known as Roots, co-owned by Solomon Kalondo, is working towards opening a satellite agriculture campus within the next 2 years. The commercial farm, situated in Stampriet, located 64 kilometers northeast of Marienthal in the southern part of the country, is the first to grow an apple orchard.
Roots co-owner Kalondo told Agri on One the purpose of opening an agri-campus is to create awareness on the business possibilities of agriculture in order to increase the likelihood of self-sufficiency. Kalondo says the farm that has been operating for 9 years employs over 300 workers and is set up similarly to a village which combines intensive crop farming with livestock farming and has its own abattoir.
We are currently working on also opening a college. Hopefully we will open our doors in 2024. Because we have all these different disciplines on the farm. For instance, we've got 40 hectares of apples, we've got 13 hectares, 40 hectares of pecan nuts, 40 hectares of pecan nuts, 13 hectares of apples, about 30 hectares of grapes. We've got an intensive sheep farming unit. We're doing vegetables, we're doing chickens. We thought that it would be a little bit criminal should we not be able to avail all of these disciplines to teach fellow Namibians how to be able to do it on their farms. So that is the plan, to open the college, the agricultural college, in 2024 at Roots on the farm in Stampriet, and then hopefully we will be able to produce a whole lot more farmers for our country.
Kalondo explained to Agri on One that the plan to establish the college is still in the pipeline and it is anticipated to open in 2024.
We subdivided the farm because we wanted to have small-scale farmers farming with us as the main commercial farmer. So how our concept works is that we are the main commercial farmer, and with that we have all the required expertise. We have the major infrastructure put up, for instance, like an abattoir, which we also avail to the small-scale farmer so that his products can land on the retailers' shelves. Because one of the problems that small-scale farmers have is setting up infrastructure that can be inspected and, for instance, be HACCP registered, because you can't put your certain products into the retail shops if they're not HACCP registered, or they don't go through a HACCP registered facility. So financially, it would be impossible for a small-scale farmer to put up an abattoir that is HACCP registered. So we've created one big abattoir, which all the small-scale farmers and we use to be able to put our products on the retailers' shelves, number one. And number two, as the commercial farmer, we've had to employ the expertise for the certain things that we do that the small-scale farmer also does, so that the small-scale farmer has got a mentor on his doorstep when he has problems and he needs assistance with something that he doesn't understand. Having said that, we've also tried, with this concept, we're trying to change the mindset of Namibians, that you don't need 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 hectares to say that you're a farmer. For instance, all these small-scale farmers are farming on 10 hectares, and one of the things that we're trying to achieve with it is that you're able to purchase a piece of land, optimally use it, and be able to pay your bond. Because that's one of the difficult things at the moment. Should you buy a farm for 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 hectares, it's difficult to farm the bond repayment out of the farm.
Kalondo added that the college is planned to be a multiversity satellite campus with the main focus on agri-learning, practical commercial farming training, and empowering small-scale farmers to gain interest on profits and bring down losses that cause difficulties to refund farming loans. Roots Commercial Farm comprises 3,500 hectares of land on which the first Namibian apple orchard was grown. The village farm also produces blueberries, citrus fruits for the local market, pecan nuts, pig farming, sheep farming, and a chicken coop for poultry production.
There are data deals. And then there are Telecom Namibia data deals. And if you want the biggest data deal of all, you gotta get 31-day Jiva, which comes with a massive 50 gigs of data. Is it even possible to use 50 gigs of data in a month? You tell us. You also get 1,000 voice minutes and 400 SMSs. To get your hands on 31-day Jiva, dial star 130 star 780 hash and enjoy a month of mega data. Whoa, that's a lot of data, minutes and SMS. How much is that? Must be expensive. No, it's only 185 Namibian dollars excluding that. T's and C's apply. Telecom Namibia.
Sharing your world. Prevent cramps with Fabifarm's new MVA Cramp Stop. Developed to bring fast and effective relief from cramps in athletes, active people and senior citizens. Manufactured in Namibia, Fabifarm's MVA Cramp Stop contains a carefully selected blend of vitamins and essential minerals to prevent cramps with a full month supply of capsules. It's Fabifarm's new MVA Cramp Stop, your #1 choice in cramp prevention. Now available at all leading pharmacies countrywide.
In other leading stories, at the beginning of August, the German embassy, together with the local non-governmental organization, Malta Here Common Waters Organization, signed a grant agreement to finance the rehabilitation of existing boreholes in the area of Malta Here in the Hardap region. In this regard, 832,000 Namibia dollars will be made available for the refurbishing of 12 boreholes that were identified by the organization. The allocated funds are a combination of resources from the micro project fund of the German embassy in Windhoek, together with additional COVID-19 immediate relief funds of the German government. Since many communities in the traditional Nama area in the south of the country continue to struggle with the aftermath of the pandemic, this project will serve entire communities with much needed water supply. It will help the community members, especially with upholding their farming, which means that they no longer have to drive the cattle for many kilometers from their homestead to find water. It can also serve as a possibility for gardening and thus provide a more diverse diet for the local people. The rehabilitation of the boreholes with solar technology means that each water point will be fitted with a solar water pump and panels, as well as tanks and pipes for drinking water supply for humans and animals.
Has millions of flip-flops at unbeatable prices. Kids, still only $19.99. Adults, just $26.99. Don't miss SA's biggest flip-flop deal. Life's better with Pep.
Great combo deal from Choppies! Shoppies, great value for your money.
Welcome to this evening's edition of Business on One. The Namibia National Reinsurance Corporation, Namibri, remains profitable as it recorded a turnover of $622 million for the financial year ended April 2021. The state-owned entity is the only public enterprise authorized to provide reinsurance services to private insurance companies and at the same time generate income for the government.
Established in 2001 to curb the outflow of capital by local insurance companies with an injection of just $20 million from the state, Namibri now records a significant increase in annual gross written premiums. Namibri Deputy Board Chairperson Beata Muteka said the corporation's exceptional performance financially is a beacon that other state-owned enterprises can emulate.
This company started as a very small company. It received 20 million Namibian dollars to set itself up, and the turnover is over 600 million as we speak within a period of 20 years. No further injection from government and no bailout, and we are still going strong. So in doing business, this company has done it right. We can learn from that. In managing, in reporting, in the processes that keep the company running, we have observed that this team is very unique and is doing wonders. And we can partner up, we can share with other entities, we can learn a thing or two from this corporation.
Namibri Managing Director elaborates on the unique role of the corporation and dealings with players in the insurance industry.
Our clients is normally the insurance companies, so we provide additional capacity, or our role is to make sure that the insurance company has enough capacity to provide insurance to the man on the street, and we are there in case for them to extend their balance sheet where they need more risk or where they are having various reasons why they want to make use of our services. Namibri is for the men, to explain to the men in the street, is our task we are a reinsurer, meaning that we insure the insurer. So that's the most basic explanation, and we provide our main aim why Namibri was established is to curb the outflow of capital out of Namibia, so that the money can remain in country and can be utilized for future development and infrastructure in our own country.
The General Manager for Reinsurance, Rudolf Humavindu, stated that their coverage intervention is most critical when natural disasters occur as they safeguard insurance providers.
I think last year, if you remember correctly, there was floods in Durban, and those floods was covered through what they call Sasria in South Africa. So we have equivalent of Sasria here, which is called Nasria. So whenever there is a flood or any adverse event which cannot be wholly covered by an insurance company, then the reinsurance would pay the claim. So before the insurance are paying any claim, there need to be premium that should be collected from the insured, which is whether it is a company or an enterprise or an individual. And on that, if they want an extension to normal asset cover, they include a Sasria or Nasria addition on their policy. So it's an added benefit on their normal policy. So when floods happen, then they can collect from, if the event have been declare as a natural catastrophe, then they can collect from either Nasria or Sasria, and they pay it over to the insurance. So Nasria or Sasria will pay to an insurance company, and then the insurance company pay to the insured.
In April this year, the company declared $5 million to the shareholder for the 2021 financial year in dividend.
The clock has struck for your daily business and financial news update. Brought to you by The Brief.
Namibian fuel retailers have challenged Mines and Energy Minister Tom Alwendo to implement comprehensive measures that allow the sector to return to profitability. This was after the ministry last Thursday announced the temporary suspension of the issuance of retail and wholesale fuel licenses to new applicants. Fuel and Franchise Association of Namibia FAFA chairperson Henny Kruger said this comes in handy, although results will not be achieved immediately. It will take time for full recovery for one to rise from a half operational turnover and become profitable. He added that the Ministry of Mines and Energy still needs to address the matter of vertical integration as well as banks' involvement in the transactional process, which service stations owners feel is encroaching on their profit margins. Acting Public Enterprises Minister Ipumbushimi has appointed a new Namibia Industrial Development Agency NIDA board chaired by Bidvest Namibia CEO Sepi Kakondi. Other board members include Esmeralda Kashairua, Beata Muteka, Sven von Blotsnitz, Jero Mutumba and Twapewa Kadikwa as deputy chairperson. The term of the new board runs from the 1st of September 2022 until the 31st of August 2025. Founded in 2018, NIDA aims to advance Namibia's industrialization agenda in line with the country's policies and developmental strategies such as the Growth at Home Strategy, Harambee Prosperity Plan and 5th Namibia Development Plan NDP 5.
This was your daily Namibian business and financial news update. For in-depth stories, read more on thebrief.com.na now.
And that is all we have for you. Be sure to follow us on our social media pages for more on the business front.
Do you have a license for this thing?
It's the OK Cross Country Birthday Trolley Dash, and you can stand a chance to win a trolley load full of groceries and also Save on Knorr Instant Soup 84 for just $16.99, Nescafe Gold Instant Coffee for only $109.99, and Handy Andy for a low $26.99. Only at OK, owners you can count on.
This is my favorite gear. Nivea Men Black and White Deo with 5 times Deo action to protect you and your favorite gear from stains. Try SA's #1 anti-stain deodorant.
Now let's have a look at Comments Corner, your daily dose of comments from our social media pages. A 57-year-old disabled resident of Sievendelan in Ochomise, Jacob Owasep, is struggling to make ends meet while caring for his 10-year-old daughter after the mother abandoned them 6 years ago. Before he became disabled, Owasep earned a living by fixing vehicles. Johanna asked if Owasep is a recipient of the disability grant and that City of Windhoek should build him a toilet. Repew asked where the mother is and that she could at least come get the daughter. Paul said if he was president for one day, he will do away with the bucket toilet system. Gerard said this is sad and that he prays for the uncle. Jacob said it is sad to see that poverty is real in Namibia. That's all from Comments Corner. Be sure to engage on our stories on our social media pages for broadcast only on Today on One.
This Heroes Day, road safety starts with me. I honor our heroes by driving sober. Do the right thing and save lives.
This message was brought to you by the National Road Safety Council.
Get amazing savings on summer must-haves. Graphic tees, just $69.99. Fresh, fun. Women's dresses, only $89.99. Breezy, fabulous. Life's better with Pep.
Up next is sports with Castro Wolumbu.
Good evening and welcome to this edition of Sports on One. I'm your host Castro Ulumbu. History was made at this year's 28th edition of the Namibian Newspaper Cup after Zambezi region grabbed top honors in the men's football competition by defeating Kavango East in the finals. The tournament concluded this past weekend at Oshakati in the Oshana region. The tournament, which started in 2001 with the aim of promoting and developing youth sports in the country, returned this past weekend following a 2-year absence caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. During their welcoming ceremony at home, Team Zambezi's head coach Lennox Kanyehu said that the team was very confident before going into the cup competition. Kanyehu further gave credit to his players for the performance, saying that part of the team's objectives was to have players selected for the Under-20 national team.
As we left, we were very much confident. Yeah, though there were a few challenges, but we had the belief and the confidence in the technical team, the supporting staff, and also the players. So confidence was full over all of us. To make it short, in few words, I'll just say we just trusted the process. Yeah, we set up the process, the guideline, technical guideline that we need to follow. And then when we followed that technical guidelines, we were evaluating, and then we saw that we were getting there with our evaluations. So as we finished our evaluation, we knew that this time is our time. There was no doubt about it. Even when we left, if you can check our briefing, we said it that we are going to bring it. And we are still maintaining that we did it because we had belief. As you have seen, we have one of our goalkeepers, the goalkeeper of the tournament to start with. And he is also selected for the Under-20. We also have another player who is an attacking. He's also selected for the Under-20. We also have another defender. So we have 3 players in our team. Meaning we tried to prepare these players for this competition because we knew it's not just a competition to go and play, but there's a lot at stake. And we motivated the boys and they rose to the occasion.
The winning captain and also named as the goalkeeper of the tournament, Musipili Bexham, admitted that the competition was tough but praised his team for the spirit shown to win the cup for the first time.
We faced a lot of problems. We faced many strong teams that side. Teams like Karas, Comas, they were strong, but we managed to beat them. I feel proud of myself because it's my first time to win the best goalkeeper of the tournament. It's my first time to play on a national level. Yes, and it's my first time to join the regional team, and we won a cup.
Despite being crowned champions, assistant coach Ben Urikwa highlighted some challenges faced during the course of the tournament. However, Urikwa expressed gratitude towards the Sports Ministry, Office of the Governor, Pick and Pay, as well as Midco for assisting the team.
Even though, yes, there were a lot of challenges here and there, I think the boys could have done much better than what they did. Yes, we won, but if we can do a bit much better, the results could have been very different and better than these ones, I believe. Just to mention a few, like for accommodation, example, we were given a small place at the Ministry of Youth. That's where we were camping. But if you listen to other regions, the 2 months in bed and breakfast, where they were relaxed, food was coming, like, yes, Pick and Pay was helping us, Midco was helping us, but it was not sufficient. Sometimes we as a management had to dig deep in our own pockets to see for these boys. So those are the challenges. The other one is the field where we are training. The field, there is no water. Just imagine training in this heat with no water. So those are a few of the challenges. If all these things can be addressed, I think the team will do much better.
During the tournament, Uhangwena beat Commerce Region 1-0 to win the bronze medal in football. Furthermore, the Umsadi region took netball's third position at the Namibia Newspaper Cup after defeating the Oshana region with 25 goals to Oshana's 21. While Commerce beat the Erongo region 31-24 to be crowned champions of the competition. Thank you for watching. Catch us again tomorrow for more updates on Sports on One.
Thank you so much, Castro. Let's have a look at tomorrow's weather forecast.
A look now at the weather forecast, but first an advisory from the Windhoek Met office. Thunder showers are to be expected in the south, central and eastern parts tomorrow, spreading to the northeast on Thursday. The interior will be partly cloudy and hot with a few thunder showers in the south, central and eastern parts. The coast will be partly cloudy and cool to mild with a few showers over the central coast. The wind will be moderate northwesterly to southwesterly.
That's all we have for you. Don't forget to follow us on our social media pages. Until next time, it's good night.
The International University of Management, a Namibian university dedicated to its people's future, a hub of abundant opportunities.
We are